All right, everybody, welcome to the show. I promise you, I'm gonna make this short and sweet. You guys will not be in here long because I don't want to be in here long. Okay, so we're gonna make it simple, and we're gonna talk about the matches that we saw over on Smackdown. Smackdown literally just ended a few minutes ago. For the most part, it was a solid show. I liked the show from beginning to end. It started off real strong. But let's get into the chat. Make sure we shout out to everybody that's in here. Look at that. High heels on my tippies. Okay. Donnie is number one in the chat. Okay. I haven't done top commenter of the day, but I had to do it for Donnie because Donnie is rarely the top commenter of the day. Okay. So shout out to Donnie for being the top commenter of the day. You got Pierre, we got Kayla, we got Young Jay, Eli is here. We got Tay. And we got Aaliyah. So shout out to y'all for coming in. Thank you so much. Let's get this show started. Okay. The first match that was supposed to start off the show was Cameron Grimes versus Grayson Waller. Now, if you know, last week, Roman attacked everybody to obviously discredit the winner of this triple threat match for all of these men. And because he went in the ring and dismantled the whole match with his bloodline crew, this led Nick Aldis to make an impromptu decision that Roman wanted to fight all of them. So after that, Roman found out, they went backstage and Roman found out that, hey, by via his wise man, that he has to wrestle all three of those opponents that was in the triple threat match this last Friday. And Roman simply told the wise man to fix it. I was like, I don't know what he can fix that you broke. Because had you had minded your business and then beat up whoever won the match, that would have been different. But you attacked everybody before the match was even over. So this is your fault and this is your problem. Okay. We start off the show with the match being in with them introducing Grayson Waller and then Cameron Grimes, to which the bloodline attacks Cameron Grimes, and that is to take over the show. And baby, hello, Queen. How are you? And B Jeffers is here. Hi, B Jeffers. How are you? I forgot about you, babes. I'm sorry. So, any whoosies. Pauline decided to take the microphone and talk a bunch of shit and blame Nick Aldis for all of the mishaps that have been happening since Roman had been announced to be placed in a fatal four-way at the Royal Rumble. He blames them. He says, this is your fault. Had you had did what you were supposed to and not have put Roman in a precarious position, none of this would be happening. You would have your match at Royal Rumble and everybody would be happy. And I was like, did you forget that you and your man's ruined the opportunity for a one-on-one fight? It seems like you forgot that. It seems like your mind is elsewhere. And Nick Aldis made it very clear. He let him talk and say his 1-2 little diddly. And Nick Aldis said, you know what? This little game that you're trying to play is not going to get over on me, babes. We're not even going to play your game. Because he said, you know what? You can't ruin the main event because the bloodline is in the main event. He said tonight's matchup is going to be a 6-man tag team match, and it's going to be the bloodlines, Jimmy Uso and Solo and Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton, AJ Styles, and LA Knight. Now, of course, Pauline was very clear that you and I both know that Roman isn't here. And I'm like, shocker, he usually isn't. So, of course, he was like, oh, where are my manners? Of course, Roman isn't here. So, I'll tell you what, you've got to the end of the night to find them a third. If you can't find them a third, then it's going to be a handicap match 3-on-2. Good luck. and he walked away. Now, when Nick first started coming on TV, right? He was wearing his suits. He looked nice, but they was a little big on him, but he looked nice. All of a sudden, I guess that WWE money kicked in. Nick's suit starting to be real. They real tailored to the waist, tapered in. Got him a nice little modern fit suit. Okay, had on nice boots and pants today. I said, okay, Nick, I see you. Shoot, you gotta show them all your gams. All your gams. This led to all night the boys searching for a partner, to which they did not end up getting. Spoiler alert, it remained a 3-on-2 match. That kind of was a little lopsided, but I'll explain that in a second if you didn't get the chance to watch Smackdown today. Leading into the next match of the night, where they come from?
They went to Houston. They said that people they talked to, they from Strongsville.
Oh, they down in Houston right now.
Yeah, they went down there for the game.
Oh, the Browns fans ain't playing. Anyways, the Smackdown matchup. Oh, wow. The tag team matchup happened today where we had the new Legado del Fantasma versus LWO. So the guys were out there wrestling and ready to go, and this was a really cool match. I have to say, the matches on SmackDown today were absolutely fire. They were so good. They were booked perfectly. I don't know who produced these matches, but whoever did, you did a sensational job, because in this specific match, you allowed Humberto and Angel to really exert their power and, of course, their height and their ability to move quickly in that height over the smaller team of Joaquin and Raul. Now, where Joaquin and Raul excelled was in their high flying capabilities. Although Alberto and Angel can do both, this is where Raul and Joaquin shine the most. Okay, so you had Joaquin came in and was mad. He maintained the majority of that match, while Raul had got knocked out by, I think it was Angel or Humberto. I can't remember which one, but one of them knocked him out on the outside of the ring. And when Joaquin finally got in, it was all Joaquin for like the last 6 minutes of that match. And then Raul got up and got in and did this really pretty, it was like a torpedo like crossbody on Humberto. It was so good. It looked beautiful when he did it. Oh, you have to watch it. The only way I can explain it is it looked like a corkscrew. And I don't know the move, so I can't tell you what it was, but it was so fucking pretty. He did it off the top rope, and then he just spun like a corkscrew and landed on Humberto with a crossbody, and it was so fucking pretty. It was so pretty, but ultimately, Angel cheated and used the ropes to keep Joaquin down, and that's how they were able to pick up the win. Now, in the midst of this match, Carlito came out there and attacked Santos. So Santos and Carlito ended up fighting each other all the way into the back. Now, Zelina was out there, of course, to be with her brothers, and Carlito came out there later with his music hit and whatever, but man, it was crazy. That was insane. But it was a good matchup between them. I really liked it. Why did they invade their house like that?
I don't know.
Oh, they hit the wrong house?
Oh, shit.
Shit. That's crazy.
Oh, y'all niggas about to pay up some money.
Damn, they shot out their windows and shit.
Wait, the wrong damn house.
Word. Anyway, sorry, y'all. We watched the news on today. The Cleveland police. It was a sick baby in the house. Oh, it was a sick white baby in the house, Jared. They going to jail. The cops going to jail. Anyways, y'all. The only thing about the first match that I didn't like was the fact that Cameron didn't even get to wrestle. They just attacked Cameron and took him out. These two, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, kind of skirted away from wrestling. And this week, Nick Aldis was talking to Carmelo Hayes. And I was like, what you doing here, Carmelo? So Carmelo was talking to Nick, and he was like, I do look good in blue. And Nick was like, you definitely do. So they was having a conversation about that. And Austin Theory and them came in there to interrupt about all the shenanigans that's been happening on SmackDown. And Nick flat out told them, like, nigga, I'm in the meeting. Fuck you won't, bro. They was like, we just want to know, like, what's going on. And he was like, what you doing here? You know, going at Carmelo Hayes. And Carmelo was like, listen, if you want to know what I'm about, you know what I'm about, Grayson. I done beat your ass so many times. It's not even funny.
Trouble.
What you mean?
Because they threw a flashbang in the house. Flashbang landed in the baby's crib, and the baby was in the crib.
That's why the baby all messed up?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Look at the baby. Oh, they done messed up that little white baby. Oh, they going to jail.
The flashbang landed in the baby's crib.
They going to jail, Jared. They are going to prison. Okay, they going to jail.
It's Illyria fucking up.
Oh, it ain't Cleveland police. It's Illyria
police. Yeah.
Damn. Suburb police. Anyway, that's fucked up, though. They going to jail. Anyway, they going to jail.
Yeah.
They going to fucking jail.
They down there in Houston, wilding the fuck out.
I know they are. Drive hammer, get nailed. Oh, wow. Anyway, so it's led to a little back and forth between Grayson Waller and Austin Theory and Carmelo Hayes, to which Carmelo suggested that he and Austin, you know, have a little match so Austin can see what it's like to get your ass beat. And Nick Aldis said, I 100% agree. Now, this was an impromptu match. This was not a scheduled match per what was announced, okay? So, the boys went out there to go have their match. This was after Bianca and Bayley's, which I'm going to get to them in a second. And for the most part, the match was going strong. It was towards the end where we got a little mistake, a little mishap. So, Austin Theory got on the top rope and hit a move. And he landed incorrectly on his head, but he cradled Carmelo effectively. Carmelo was not injured. Austin Theory was. Austin Theory's head hit the mat really, really bad. And once the ref caught it, the ref stopped the match immediately. As soon as Austin hit that mat, the ref threw up the X. The doctor came out there. They ran the replay again. They were talking to both of them, and the ref was focusing specifically on Austin. The match was ended. There was no winner, and everybody ended up going in the back to the trainer to make sure they're okay. I suspect that Austin Theory probably will have a concussion because of the way his head hit the mat. More than likely, Grayson Waller will take that as a means of going after Carmelo Hayes, and this is how they probably won't win their match against Malik and Idris in that tournament next week on Tuesday. So I'm just saying this might be a little lead in to some more mess with Austin Theory. With Theory, Waller, and of course Carmelo Hayes. Get into the women, ladies, because we only had one women's match, but the women's match took up majority of the show. It was a big chunk of the show. Bayley and Bianca had a banger of a match on the show today. They performed so well against each other. And to that bitch on Twitter last week who was complaining and having a big old issue, girl, if you didn't watch it, you missed out. Okay, because this was a good match. And not only was Bayley looking good in the match, so was Bianca. Both women put on a stellar match with each other. Now, there obviously was some hair pulling on Bayley's part, and she tried to cheat using her damage control members, but none of them touched Bianca. None of them came in there to get rid of her or beat her up. None of them came in there to attack her when she fell on the outside of the ring. Everything was left up to Bayley. Even though Bayley did everything she could to distract the referee, talk about her knee, everybody just stood there looking down at Bianca. And when Bianca got up and got in the ring, Bayley was a bit confused. This led to some back and forth between the two women, to which Bianca was able to capitalize on Bayley's confusion and win this match. Now, this was not an easy squash, match for Bianca. Bianca had to work for this win, because Bayley damn near won this match like 2 or 3 times, okay? Like, she had that whole hair tied up to the bottom rope. She was messing her up, okay? It was a lot going on, but ultimately Bianca ended up picking up the win against Bailey. She went to the back with her comrades and she asked them like, "What happened? Like, we set it up like this is part of the plan. This is part of what we do." And of course, the person who talks for everybody, Dakota, was just like, "Well, girl, listen. We thought that what." They said, "Well, girl, listen, we thought you could handle this on your own. We didn't want to interfere." And everybody was looking at us. Everybody would have known one of us would have attacked her. So we had to pull back on this one. And Bailey was like, "What are you talking about? I had the rest distracted. Nobody would have known what we were doing." And she was just like, we just wanted you to do this. We thought you had this one on your own." And there was an X thrown up in Cora Jade's match last week. I could have sworn she beat Gigi last week. I love how all of a sudden Dakota knows Japanese tonight at a live event. Oh, I was not aware of that because I wasn't there. So hope she feels better. Real talk. All right. So the girls was going at it, having a moment, and they went in the back, like I said, and they were talking. And Bailey was just like, "Y'all kind of left me hanging." So, um, Dakota told her straight up, like, we thought you had it. We thought you could handle this one on your own. We wanted you to do this one on your own because at the Royal Rumble, you're gonna be all by yourself. Like, if you want to have damage the code, then we all have to do our part. And basically, you're gonna have to win this by yourself. And she was just like, "Yeah, but we work well better together." Dakota was like, "Look, when you're in the Rumble, it's every woman for themselves. There's nobody that's gonna be there to be by your side to help you through that." And she was like, "You're just gonna have to get through it." And she was like, "You need to prepare yourself for that." She was like, "You got this. Don't worry about it. If you want to have all the gold, then everybody has to work towards that goal. And you most definitely have to be able to win this on your own." So Bailey didn't seem to like that too much. But I mean, when nobody touched Bianca, I mean, not even Dakota touched Bianca. Nobody touched her. They just stood there. They just stood there. Okay. Now, Bobby Lashley and them came out there. They was mad because the Final Testament had came out there last weekend. Whooped their ass. So this week they came out first again and was just talking and was just like, "You know what? Um, Basically what Bobby said was y'all some cowards and y'all gonna attack us from behind. And at the bare minimum, what you could do is attack us from where we can see you. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no punk. Come straight up." So Bobby was very much in his feelings, and so was the Street Profits. Street Profits didn't say a word. They came out there and stood right next to Bobby while Bobby was talking, popping his shit, and that's where they left it at. They was like, "We don't give a fuck about what you're talking about, babe. Like, listen, we just want the smoke. Period." So Paul Ellering came out there and pointed to the Titantron, and Karrion Kross made it very clear that Bobby Lashley should be happy that he was one of the first to receive, one of many ass whoopings that's coming a lot of people's ways. He said, I mean, at this point, you know, everybody is going to get what they need. And he said that in this particular day and age, there needs to be a reckoning. You know what I'm saying? And that reckoning is coming via the final testament. And that was it. You know what I'm saying? Boys will be boys, I guess. We also saw an appearance video package watch from Logan Paul and Kevin Owens. Logan Paul decided to call Kevin a cheater because his face is still fucked up. It's okay, Logan. It's like this. If you can't take a punch without getting bruised, then you a bitch. We know you can't stand a black eye because you get your ass whooped often. And when you actually do get punched in the face, now you want to get mad, but you don't have no issues with screaming and hollering about this titanium screw that's in your hand and how it can knock people out. But you mad because Kevin Owens bust you in your face. Yeah, it happens, babe. You got to be able to take a punch. You can't have no glass jaw. I mean, it was one hit and you was down. You know, you was down and out. It was pretty sad to watch. Anyways, though, he decided to call Kevin a cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. Those were his words, not mine. You can go back and watch it for yourself. He said, Kevin, you're a cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. I said, okay. Uh, so that happened. And he essentially told Kevin that he's never gonna lose his championship and blah blah blah. And so Kevin responded and said, hey, saw your little video or whatever, and listen, you want to hash this shit out, we can. I'll have my KO show next week and I'm inviting you to be a guest on the KO show. So next week the KO show is happening and Logan Paul is going to be the special guest next week. We'll see how that all plays out. Now, like I said, throughout the night, Paul Heyman has been trying to find a tag team partner to make this six-man tag team work between the Bloodline and, of course, AJ, Randy, and LA. Well, they didn't find one. I mean, he went to um, Bobby Lashley, he went to Carlito, and they both turned him down. Nobody in that roster, on that back room, wanted to have anything to do with the bloodline, and rightfully so. So, when AJ and everybody got ready to come out, the first man to come out was Randy Orton. So, as they were coming out to even the odds and to make life easier on the bloodline, they took out Orton first, and all they had to deal with was a very, spiteful and contentious tag team of AJ Styles and LA Knight. We all know they don't like each other. So them two fighting with each other to go up against the bloodline, it just wasn't gonna work. Which in the beginning it didn't. At first the boys was able to tag, but as soon as they got ready to tag out, AJ getting ready to tag out, LA Knight went after Solo because Solo was there and was definitely going to go after him. Threw him into the steps, came back on the rope, stuck his hand out. AJ Styles felt slighted by LA Knight stepping off of the rope or off of the apron and not staying there to take the tag. And he had to stay in the match a little bit longer than he wanted to. This caused a bit of a rift between the two of them and a lot of arguing, to which Jimmy took advantage of. Tried to kick AJ Styles in the head, but he ended up kicking LA Knight in the face. Sled to some back and forth between Jimmy and AJ Styles, and as they laid out cross-bodied and smashed each other out in the ring, the music hit for Randy, and he came down, got to the top to the rope on the apron, and got the tag through AJ Styles. And this is where the tide of this match began to change, because once again, it was a 3-on-2 match from the beginning. Now, Randy came in and never tagged out. LA Knight was still laid out from that super kick, and AJ Styles was trying to get a bit of a breather from being in the match for the majority of the time. Now, Randy took out everybody. RKOs, you name it, he did it. Scoop slams, hangman DDT, all of that. Okay. Randy took out Jimmy, got him for the pin. The match was over. Solo attacked, and Randy was able to get rid of him as well. And the boys came in there, and AJ Styles hit Solo with a phenomenal forearm. And of course, LA Knight hit AJ Styles with a BFT. They ended up dismantling both of these two men while Paul Heyman stood on the sideline and watched. Paul Heyman said to call Roman Reigns, and this was after they threw Jimmy over the barricade and put Solo through the announcer's table. It's a pretty interesting night. Now, next week, you're going to have a couple of things going. Next week, you're going to have the tag team match for the tag team titles. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are going to get their shot at the tag team titles from the Disco Twins. And then you're going to have the contract signing between Roman Reigns, Randy Orton, LA Knight, and AJ Styles. And I'm sure there's going to be a plethora of other things that we can talk about. But for right now, that is it when it comes to SmackDown. It was a very, very, very solid show, and we love that. The booking for the Royal Rumble is what it is. It has not been changed, no matter what Paul Heyman has done to try to change it. The Royal Rumble match for the World Heavyweight WWE Championship is going to be a fatal four-way. Nothing Mr. Pauline can do about that. All right. All right. So give me a second and then we'll switch over into TNA and I'll tell y'all about Hard to Kill and the match card for Hard to Kill because it is massive. When I say it's huge, yeah,
nice.
It is huge. Okay, it's a huge match card. So if you don't want to hear about Hard to Kill, thank you so much for coming in to the chat and to the live. I appreciate it. I will see you guys Monday. All right, but for right now, we're going to switch over to TNA and talk about Hard to Kill, okay? Because it is Saturday, which is tomorrow. Hard to Kill is tomorrow. All right, so I'm going to give myself a few minutes to get everything set up, and then we'll be talking about Hard to Kill.
Still don't know my words, still stressing perfection. Let you all in my mental, got me looking too desperate. Damn, you ain't deserve.
Baby,
All right, y'all. So I had to get the graphics uploaded for y'all so y'all can see the Hard to Kill stuff, and I can tell y'all what is going on with Hard to Kill. Since TNA has resorted back to TNA, and Hard to Kill is the next pay per view. Well, it is the big pay per view that they're kicking off their new TNA in their new TNA branding, their rebranding of Impact back to TNA. This is the first pay per view they're gonna have underneath the new TNA banner, and there's a lot on this card, so we're gonna get through this piece by piece. All right. Some of these are going to be pre-show matches, others are not. So I'm going to steer clear of some of these matches. Okay, so this is a digital media championship. This is going to happen on the Countdown to Hard to Kill show, which I believe is up already, or it's getting ready to be up tomorrow afternoon. This is going to be a no. Well, it's going to start at 7 p.m. So they're going to have this match happening on the card. This card is huge. Okay, so Tommy Dreamer is going up against Crazy Steve for a second time. First time they went up against each other, Tommy Dreamer was able to beat Crazy Steve, and I think this time Crazy Steve will finally get the Digital Media Championship. Crazy Steve has officially gone full on crazy. It's not just a name; it is a part of him at this point. And Tommy Dreamer's just a piece of shit. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit about Tommy Dreamer. I could care less about him. I don't understand why he's champion in any way, shape, or form. I don't get it. It's just weird to me. There are so many other people who could have benefited from beating Kenny King and becoming champion. It just seems like they really stretched as far as they could to get this title on Dreamer. It was unnecessary. But it doesn't matter. TNA is going to have this matchup, and I'm going to give the win to Crazy Steve. This is for one of their smaller titles, the Digital Media Championship. It's not really a massive title, but it is a title nonetheless. Okay, so let's see. We also have this matchup, which I'm not sure if this is just a one-off match or what it is, but a match it is. Okay, so Rich Swann is going up against Steve Macklin. Last year, before Steve Macklin got injured with the groin injury, Steve Macklin was champion of TNA Impact, okay? And now he is out here wrestling Rich Swann, which is no shade to Rich Swann, but he's nowhere near the title scene where he was before. And that probably has got to be very frustrating for Steve Macklin. I don't know. I'm going to give the win to Steve Macklin just because he needs it more than Rich Swann does, if we're being fair. Then you have the three-way for the X Division Championship. This is a triple threat match. Chris Sabin is your current X Division champion. This is his 9th X Division championship run. He's going to go up against Kushida and Vikingo. There was a 4th person in this match at one point, but it seems like they've pulled back on the 4 and they put it at 3, which is fine. I have no issues with that. No qualms with that, okay? And then we have the tag team championships, okay? So the TNA World Tag Team Champions are currently ABC, which is Chris Bay and Austin. And then you have the Rascals. The Grizzled Young Vets are going to make their debut. And Mike Bailey and Trent Seven are making a tag team to turn this into a fatal 4-way for these 4 tag teams. Now, originally, this match was between the Rascals and ABC. But once GYV got involved, and I don't know how Mike Bailey and Trent Seven got involved, they turned this into a fatal 4-way. So the guys are going to fight it out at Hard to Kill. This is going to be interesting. And if you want to watch Hard to Kill, all you need to do is go over to YouTube on their YouTube channel and sign up for their membership program. And you too can watch their pay-per-views. Hard to Kill is a pay-per-view that you can watch under that membership program. If you want to watch something bigger like Slammiversary or Bound to Glory, you're going to have to pay full price for that pay-per-view, which is $40. But Hard to Kill, I believe, is under the banner of the membership and the TNA Plus membership that's available. So I hope you guys do watch the show because they deserve the views. Also, for the women, ladies, there is a Knockouts Ultimate X match. This is going to feature Tasha Steelz, Alicia Edwards, Giselle Shaw, Jody Threat, Zaya Brookside, and Danny Luna. All five or all six of these women are going to be competing for an opportunity to be able to challenge whoever wins the Knockouts Championship, anytime, anywhere. It's an opportunity at the title. Okay, let's see what other matches we got for this card. Well, this isn't a match. This is more like a performance. So DJ Woo Kid is gonna be the DJ for AJ Francis, and they're gonna debut the music video for "We Outside" this Saturday. It's gonna be live on the pay per view, and it seems like AJ Francis is gonna be over in TNA for a little while. Keep an eye out for AJ Francis. Okay. Um. Finally, we come down to the bare bones of it all. The final matches of the night are the TNA World Championship, and of course the TNA Knockouts Championship. The TNA World Championship is being contested by Moose. Alex Shelley is your current TNA champion. Okay, now I don't think there's any reason to put this TNA championship back on Moose. It doesn't need to go anywhere near him. I believe Alex Shelley's doing a fantastic job as champion at the moment. Ugh. Hold on, y'all. I just gotta plug my computer up. There we go. He's doing a great job at the moment, and it just to me would not make sense to take that title off of Alex. Alex has he's a better wrestler, in my opinion, than Moose is. And anybody that he goes up against, he just looks exceptional against, as does his opponents. They look great against him. Moose doesn't have that type of quality or that pizzazz. He just does not possess the right charisma, in my opinion, to be an excellent performer and just a good all around wrestler. He doesn't have it. And I don't understand the obsession with this man. I generally don't. And listening to him on the microphone makes you want to retch. But it is what it is. And then finally, oh, I forgot one. I got another one that I'll talk about in a second. And then finally, we've got the quarrels. Okay, Jordan Grace has gotten herself to a place where she feels like she is high key successful and Trinity has been blowing through that knockouts roster. Woman by woman, she's been doing excellent. And every time she gets in that ring, she's bigger, she's better, she's faster, she's tighter. She always looks great. She had an excellent match against Sunny Kiss that I loved. Like a lot of people would love watching Trin over in TNA because she is just having the time of her life, and she's also champion. You gotta love that, right? So Trinity and Jordan Grace are going to finally collide at Hard to Kill. And I hope to God that she keeps that title from Jordan Grace. Not because I don't want Jordan Grace to be champion, but I don't want Jordan Grace to be champion. Jordan Grace has been champion for within the last couple of years before Deonna Purrazzo even came around. She was champion for a while. And quite frankly, it's okay if she's not champion for a year or two, in my opinion. But have Trinity drop that title to Jordan, I would be upset. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be very upset. I want Trinity to blow through the juggernaut too. I don't want her to lose no momentum when it comes to that championship. Okay. If they put the title on Moose, I'm riding. Well, you might, because they seem to love that man for some reason. I don't get it. And then lastly, the one-off match that they've announced for TNA's Hard to Kill is Hammerstone versus Alexander. Alex Hammerstone is more known for his stint in MLW, and it seems that he finished up his contractual obligations there and he's done. And then he's popping up here in TNA, and he may at some point pop up in AEW, as has Deonna Purrazzo. So Josh Alexander is going to fight Alex Hammerstone at Hard to Kill. Not only are we getting Hard to Kill, ladies and gentlemen, but the very next night is going to be Snake Eyes. And they've announced some of the matches for Snake Eyes as well, which I will give you guys those matches too. All right. Is tomorrow after TNA Impact is over, I will tell you guys what happened when it came to Hard to Kill and the matches and everything. I'll give you guys a full rundown of everything. Hopefully, if I'm able to watch it, I'll give you guys a full rundown. So let's pull up the Snake Eyes matches. Because there's only one that they've announced that I remember. Okay. Let's see. Calm hands. If she does drop it, could confirm the reports of her contract ending. I mean, it's possible, but I don't want her to drop it like that. I feel like Trinity could drop it to somebody else, give it to somebody who needs the momentum to go over on her. Jordan Grace does not need it. And she doesn't need to be champion right now, in my opinion. You're moving into a whole new phase of TNA. You have a whole new section going. Start off fresh. Start off with somebody new. If you're gonna be real, like give it to Giselle, give it to somebody else. Like, don't give it to Jordan. It just is gonna reiterate where you already started from, and you need to be moving in a totally new direction with TNA. So Snake Eyes is going to be the very next day, and this is going to mark the second time that Josh Alexander and Will Ospreay will meet. These two men did collide at Bound for, it was after Bound for Glory, I think. I can't remember. But these two guys did collide at one point, and the match was pretty awesome between the two of them. So, of course, they had to go at it again. And this time, they're going at it in Las Vegas with the Snake Eyes pay per view. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be a PLE or if it's just going to be something that they call it Snake Eyes and they're going to have on YouTube and TNA Plus, but I'm not sure. But just know that these two are going to be going at it. And this is going to be on Sunday, January 14th. And this is going to be at the Palms in Las Vegas, Nevada, when these two go at it. Okay. Um, you also have a couple more things going. So on February 23rd, the next pay-per-view is going to be No Surrender. This is going to be New Orleans on February 23rd, and they're going to have the Bayou Blast, which happens the very next day on February 24th in New Orleans as well. And then we have the next set of pay-per-views, which will be Sacrifice, which is going to be on March 8th. And then they're going to have TNA Presents Impact Total Nonstop Action Wrestling on Saturday, March 9th. So you're going to have, and this is all going to be coming from Windsor, Ontario. The tickets go on sale this Saturday on January 13th. So these two pay-per-views or PLEs are set to roll for the next 2 months. Everything is already set for you guys to go. If you want to go to these PLEs, they are already set. Also, there is an autograph fest that's going to happen on January 13th. There are going to be plenty of superstars there, and this autograph fest is going to happen immediately after Hard to Kill. You can go and get autographs from Trinity, Jordan Grace, Brian Myers, Santino Marella, Trent Seven, and so many more. They're going to have people, the superstars there, autographing, and you can go and meet your favorite superstars. So if you guys want to watch TNA Impact, I'm going to show you what you need to do. This is just easier to subscribe on YouTube. You can do it through Google Pay and everything will go through like it's supposed to. You'll have no issues. All right. All right, let's pull up TNA Wrestling. Let me show y'all through the share screen. Okay. All right. You can see. There we go. So I'm already a subscriber of TNA Wrestling. It says subscribe, but
They say if there's true love, you don't let it go.
Let's pause that. I am a subscriber of this, and it's on my other account, my main account. So I'm not subscribed over here, but I'll subscribe just to do it. So you click join when you want to be a part of TNA's membership.
You're not getting enough Impact Wrestling.
Mute
Subscribe to YouTube Insiders for only 99
Let me mute
cents
this.
a
So
month.
what you
can
get?
watch our flagship program every Thursday.
Oh shit.
You're not getting enough Impact
So
Wrestling.
you get access
Subscribe
to Impact
YouTube
Wrestling
Insiders
Insider
for only
if you want.
99 cents
The
a
small
month.
package
You
is
can watch our
99 cents a
flagship
month.
program
You
every
don't have to
Thursday
do
night
anything.
live
But the
to
Ultimate
air.
Insider is
If one
$4.99 a month.
success isn't
And
enough
this
of a
gives
fix
you
of Impact
access
Wrestling, you can
to
become an
the
Ultimate
PLE
Insider on
replays.
YouTube
You
for
get
just
new
$4.99
shows.
a month, where you'll have access to Impact Plus.
You get to see
special
stuff
events,
live
exclusive
as it
content,
comes
and
out.
more.
Hold on. This is not moving. I need it to move. There we go. You get to see the brand new original shows, and you get to see the monthly special events, and you get to see the PLEs. So you get the replays of the PLEs. Now, it didn't say that Hard to Kill, you had to pay for Hard to Kill, but if you have to pay for Hard to Kill, I won't be able to watch it. But you can get the clips of everything on TNA Impact Plus as well. It's totally up to y'all, but yeah. Let me see. Yeah, you have to pay
They say if
full
there's
price
true love,
for Hard to
you
Kill.
don't let it go.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
You gotta buy it.
Yeah, it's $40.
Oh.
I hate you. I hate you, TNA. I don't want to watch it on the replay. Anyways, the other PLEs that they have, hopefully you can watch it under that $5 amount. Otherwise, you can always go to TNA's website and sign up for Impact Plus or the TNA Plus now because Impact is no more. So let's go to their website. And I'll show you what I mean. All right, y'all. So let's switch.
Damn, it's only his third season as our head coach. It seems like it's been longer than that.
So we want to go to TNA Plus. And this is where you can actually go and watch the pay-per-views for a flat fee. Okay. So of course they have the $9.99 package where you get the full content, exclusive live specials. $95 gives you full content, digital first content, exclusive live specials. And then this one gives you the live PLE events, exclusive live specials, and all of that. It's $219 a year. It's ridiculous. That is insane amount of money. Okay. And of course, you can go here and buy Hard to Kill for $40 if that's what you want to do. It's totally up to you guys. But that's what they're doing. I thought Hard to Kill wouldn't be charged because I didn't know Hard to Kill was that big of a pay-per-view for them. But apparently it is a very big pay-per-view for them. So we'll just have to wait and see the results as the show comes out tomorrow. It's gonna be a long night. I'm not gonna go live for that. I'll probably just post a small video for that. Y'all, thank y'all for coming over here and listening to me rant and rave about wrestling for an hour. I appreciate it. I will see you guys Monday when it is time to cover Monday Night Raw and everything that happened after the show. So, y'all be easy. I hope you get some rest. Enjoy your, what is it, a 3-day weekend this week, babe? Enjoy your 3-day weekend. Happy MLK Day. For those of you who celebrate MLK Day, you definitely should, okay? All right. And I will see you guys on Monday. Good night. Goodbye.